Hold on to your gavels, folks. This is a classic landlord-tenant showdown that's equal parts frustrating bureaucracy and high-stakes money drama. We're in a Michigan district court where a PhD candidate tenant is fighting to set aside a default judgment for unpaid rent and fees totaling around $382 to $616. The landlord side says she missed the deadline after a 7-day demand notice expired on January 13th, leading to court filing and costs. The tenant swears she paid on January 14th to cure it, but timing is everything in eviction law. Was this a harmless delay due to international funding glitches, or did the landlord rightfully protect their interests? Stick around. This one's full of contradictions, emotional pleas, and a judge who's not buying the technicality arguments. Let's dive in. Okay, pause the tape. This is where the drama really heats up. The tenant, a PhD candidate relying on international funding delayed by holidays, insists she paid rent plus the initial late fee on January 14th, right on the edge of the deadline. But Michigan law is crystal clear. After a 7-day demand for possession expires, here, by close of business January 13th, the landlord can file immediately if payment isn't received. The tenant's payment crossed in the mail, with the filing triggering court costs around $182 plus a small late fee, ballooning to $282. She's begging for proof the case wasn't filed before her payment hit to get reimbursed by her funders. But the landlord's rep calmly explains, the complaint was dated and processed January 14th based on the ledger at signing time. Hypocrisy alert? The tenant admits paying late fees before, but draws the line here. Who's got the stronger case on strict deadlines versus good faith effort? Drop your thoughts. Who's in the right? Crossing in the mail, reality, to amp up the tension and highlight the judge's no-nonsense tone. Boom, there it is. The judge just dropped the mic on timing technicalities. The complaint only has to be accurate when signed by the landlord's office, not when the court stamps it days later. Those numbers don't magically update mid-process. The tenant's argument about the filing date versus payment date? It's a classic "it crossed in the mail" scenario, and the judge isn't having it. The cold reality hits hard. Pay on time, before the 14th cutoff, or risk court fees that stick. This tenant's emotional story about funding delays and harassment tugs at the heartstrings, but the law prioritizes clear deadlines. Brutal? Maybe. Fair. In the eyes of Michigan eviction procedure, absolutely. Would you fight this hard over $282 in fees, or cut your losses and pay up? Comment below. And there you have it. The motion to set aside the default judgment is denied. The judge ruled the landlord followed Michigan procedure to the letter, proper 7-day demand on January 6th, expiration on the 13th, filing on the 14th when payment arrived too late. Court costs were legitimately incurred, and no strong grounds existed to vacate the $382 judgment, plus any added fees. Key takeaway: in eviction cases, timing is non-negotiable. Pay before the cutoff or face recoverable legal expenses and a standing judgment. The tenant's funding struggles are sympathetic, but the court can't force third-party reimbursements or waive valid procedures. Broader implication: these cases highlight how easily small delays snowball into bigger financial hits for tenants, especially those with irregular income. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments. Would you have fought this or paid up? And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.